So, I've really been back and forth about deciding to make this video or not. I wanted to make this video when Trayvon Martin was killed. I wanted to make a video when Eric Garner was killed. I wanted to make a video when Sandra Bland was killed. And I didn't make videos then. But now George Floyd has been killed, and I feel like I have to say something as a white person, as someone who definitely can see and believe that racism is very, 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 very much alive and well in this country, in this world, I guess, as a whole. And it's bullshit. I have grown up in Long Island, New York, born and raised. I live on the border of Queens and Brooklyn and Manhattan. I have gone to school my whole life, from elementary school to high school and beyond. I have been friends with all types of races: Black, Spanish, Asian, Indian, and beyond. As a white female, for a long time, I don't think I even realized the severity of the racism that was still going on in this world, because I guess I have white privilege, and I don't think I really felt the impact of it, because by just the roll of the dice, I happened to be born a white female. But I guess what I would just like to say as to all the Blacks and African Americans, or also just minorities in general, like, on behalf of the white people, I am so fucking sorry that in this day and age, especially with everything that's going on in the world, we're literally in like a pandemic. There's so much craziness and uncertainty and racism and cops abusing their power. It's worse than ever. But I don't want to also say that it's a police problem, because it's not just a police problem. It's a problem of people in power who abuse their power, who have diabolical mental and emotional issues and their own traumas that they have not worked out. There are corrupt individuals of all kinds, whether it's politicians, lawyers, corrupt florists, a corrupt dentist, a corrupt construction worker, except those people are not in charge of the law. I mean, politicians, but it's the fact that there's millions and millions of cops, and upon those millions and millions of cops, there are millions of cops who abuse their power and have serious psychological issues when it comes to enforcing that power, with this level of rage inside of them. I also want to say that I don't believe that all cops are bad. I don't look at it as like cops equal evil, because I have personally met cops and police officers that have been thoughtful and amazing and truly helpful and truly cared and truly wanted to help the victim and were not evil and not power hungry and not abusive of that power, and genuinely wanted to do right. I don't think that this is just about cops. I think it's about cops who have psychological problems and are abusing the fuck out of their problems and their power and their freedom, that they think that they can get away with everything because of that, because of their title. But I don't think that this is a generality. I think just like there's good and bad of everything, except you see the bad more because there's millions of cops and there's millions of things happening that utilize the cops, and they do help. They do. There are police officers out there that are wonderful people, and I'm not gonna say that that all cops are bad, but they're sure not getting a very good rap lately. And I mean, things would probably be a lot less bad if there weren't cops running around killing people for no reason, especially killing black people for no reason. We need to do something different. We need to do better. There needs to be something done where we are not having psychotic, sociopathic individuals allowed to enforce the law. It's such a bigger problem than what it is, and it's madness. The real problem is we are giving psychopaths control over the law, over the justice system. People who should not and could not and don't even have ability of their own selves are in control of the law. Racist fucking assholes. And I am sorry. I am sorry that this has gone on. I am sorry that this is still going on. I am sorry that African Americans have to deal with this on a daily fucking basis. That they don't even feel like anyone is there for them. That cops are not even looked at as a safety zone for them. For us, something has to change. Something has to be done, because how many innocent people have to be killed at the hands of law enforcement? What are we going to do about it? It's not a question of if it's happening. It's not a question if racism exists. It exists. It exists. But now that we know that it exists, there's no question, there's no doubt about it. What do we do about that now? What do we do about that information? Why are we still employing psychotic humans? Why are there not sick amounts of level of psychological testing to see who, which people you're giving the job of police law enforcement to people who are power hungry and will abuse their power? How are we just letting people like this on the streets? He was saying he couldn't breathe, and there's people all around videotape. There's no mercy there. These cops didn't even care that they were being watched, because inside them they know they have a get out of jail free card, but it's not acceptable. These men should be publicly hung. And even then, will justice still be done? Isn't it just a matter of time before this happens again in another situation, another city, another state, another dumb circumstance where a tiny minor offense might have gotten done and the result is death? Murder? No. This can't be. I'm really, really affected by this, even though this is not my race, this is not my skin color. We are a human race. We are a human collective. We are all human beings. If I cut, we all bleed red. If you cut, we all bleed red. The level of ignorance in this country, in this world is sick. Is sick. You know, like, little over 100 years, black people were being traded as if they were a piece of furniture on Craigslist. They were being advertised in newspapers the way you would advertise a job or something for sale. These are humans. These are people. People. Not that long ago, these people were literally being traded like inanimate objects. And the only thing wrong that they ever did was have a darker fucking pigment color in their skin. maybe I just have a lighter pigment skin color. Who gives a shit? It's sickening. We're human beings. We have hearts, we have brains, we have loved ones, we have families. Black, white, Spanish, yellow, red, purple. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. How are we still so? How with all the advancements and everything that we know in the world, how are we still fucking it up so hard? How? I just don't get it. This intolerance, this level to not even understand, to even want to understand. It's sickening. That's the real pandemic. It's ignorance. It's hate. And as a white female who just happens to be a white female because that's just, I came from white family and they came from white family, and like now I'm white, and I mean like I'm almost ridiculously pale. I've gotten made fun of for being too pale. There's no doesn't matter. It's a sick and corrupt system, and to all the African Americans out there who are dealing with this on a daily basis, all the time, that they look at cops as, I don't even want to get involved with them, because you feel like will never take your side, or they won't believe you, and that you're constantly going to be persecuted even when you did nothing wrong. It's gotta be the shittiest feeling ever. And I am so sorry that this is happening in your community. I'm so sorry that this is happening to you, that this is happening to a loved one of yours. I just want you to know that not all white people are bad, and not all white people are racist. And there are people who are loving and genuinely want the human race to be equal and don't give a fuck about skin color. I went to high school. I was born and raised with people of all different races. There was a time in my life that I was literally a group of like 10 awesome Spanish chicks, and it was just me, little white Jewish girl. But I didn't care, and I never have. And I've had plenty of friends, white friends, who have also we have loved, coexisted, been in relationships with black people, all different types of races. And maybe it's why also I guess I feel fortunate too. I've been born and raised in New York, because we truly are a melting pot, and I do feel like there is a level of more accepting. But I see these stories, I watch these videos, and I see that just when I think things have gotten better, it's just not. It's just not as hurt, maybe physically hurt as much. But it's out there, and this is happening all the time. It's happening all the time. And they're just fucking human beings. I can't even believe that this is still even... I can't believe that I even have to make a video to even talk about that black people are human beings. What the fuck is wrong with everyone? Like... oh, black people are criminals. We're all fucking criminals, okay? We're all criminals. Bernie Madoff was like a white Jewish guy, and he screwed over like billions of dollars. Fucking Ted Bundy killed a bunch of white women, single female. There's horrible people who have done horrible things. It doesn't matter their skin color. It is the dumbest thing that the argument is this black fear, and it's just like, oh my fucking gosh. Grow up, read a book, educate yourself. Like get out of your stupid box mind where you live and think that black people, who gives a shit? That you think that they're scary. Oh my gosh. How close-minded and dumb and just stuck in this awful place are you? Filled with hate. How are you supposed to exist in life and grow old when you have so much hate inside of you and you don't even know why? You don't even understand it. I'm just sorry. I apologize on behalf of my ethnicity. I'm sorry that we have been shitty to you, and I'm sorry that you feel that all white people are racist. I'm sorry that you think that all white people abuse their power or all white people abuse their privilege. But I'm not going to deny that we have it. By no means of any of this. It's there though. It is there. White privilege is there, and so is racism. And I'm sorry, because it's the way it is, but this is not the way it should be. It needs to, something severely needs to change, and it has to be something extreme, but the people, black, white, and everything in them, we're not taking this anymore. Like, this is not okay. Something needs to be done. These innocent lives can't just be taken for no fucking reason. It's sickening, and I apologize, and I'm sorry, and, you know, to any minority out there, which even that word itself disgusts me. Anyone that feels less than, who's out there, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that in this day and age, in the year 2020, this is something that is still going on, still alive and well. And I guess I just pray that this isn't the way it's always going to be, and that there is some type of silver lining, and there is some type of positive revolution that comes out of this, that where we wake up. I do believe that we are waking up. I do believe that we are evolving at an exponential rate. I believe that more and more people are doing self-work and working on self-love and compassion and understanding. Excuse me. But at the same time, that level of hate is also rising really, really extreme, and it seems like there is a true divide of this hate and love going on, and I do hope love prevails, but things are just a little nutty bananas right now. But yeah, I guess that's really it. I wish everyone health, love, and happiness, and I hope this madness can stop at some point. And if it doesn't, then it's going to. Not if it doesn't, it's going to. Where we can't let this shit go on anymore. And when I say we, I mean we, because this is a problem that we are all in, regardless of how you understand that or not. It's an economic problem, it's a socioeconomic problem, it's a political problem, a cultural problem, it's a propaganda problem, it's a media problem, it's a fake news problem, it's a humankind problem, it's an earth problem. And come on, guys, we can do better than this. All of us, we could do a little bit better than this. I believe in us, but do you believe in yourself? Only time will tell. Be well. Good luck. Namaste.